This will be a tutorial for Hypochondriac by Brakence. So to start, I'll just go over some of the chords that are used in the song. There's basically just 5 main chords. So if you can play these and you want to sing along, that's pretty much all you have to do. So we have A, B, C sharp minor, F sharp minor, and G sharp minor. And so the chords themselves, we have A major, which is made up of A, C sharp, and E. So that's those 3 notes, and you can play it with 1 hand or 2 hands, however you want. You could even add in an octave if you want to be fancy. We have A major, B major, which is B, D sharp, and F sharp, B major, and then C sharp minor, which is C sharp, E, and G sharp. And then we have F sharp minor, which is F sharp, A, and C sharp, and then G sharp minor, which is G sharp, B, and D sharp. The rhythm that they go in the song is also fairly simple. So A, you'll hold that one for a full measure. So you'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you'll go to B for the next measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then to C sharp for a measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then to F sharp minor for half a measure. So 1, 2, 1, 2 for the G sharp minor as well. So that's half a measure. So all together again, it's and those are the chords. Alright, now that I've showed the chords, there's this little intro part in the very beginning that's just like a piano instrumental that goes on for a few measures. So I'll show that, and that goes along with the chords. So that's the intro. You could see I was playing the chords on my left hand. Sometimes I went down further for an octave instead of playing the whole chord. If you want to have a deeper tone, you can kind of choose how you want to play those chords. But the melody for that kind of goes around what the chords are. So to start, when you're playing A, you have that E, and then A, E, and then you hit the D sharp when you go to B, and you hold that for a bit. And then you go back to E, A, and then you hit the G sharp when you go to the C sharp minor. And then D sharp, B, D sharp, or D sharp, G sharp, and then going to that F sharp minor. You hold that for 2, and this for 2. So together again, that's So I'm not being super specific about the rhythm. I might try to make sheet music later that would help with that. But that's essentially the intro. Alright, now I'm going to show how to play the main melody, the main chorus of the song. So I'll play both the right hand and the left hand together, kind of how I would normally, and then I'll try to slow it down and break it down a little bit more. So that's the main chorus, and that's repeated again later on in the song. So the melody, I'm not going to go over every single note that I play, but hopefully the camera's in a good spot where you can see them and listen along and know how the song goes to like figure out the rhythm for that. But one thing that I find helpful is the hand position to start is kind of like holding a E major 7 position, so you kind of have to spread your hand out a little bit to have your fingers in the right position to hit all those notes. And when you start that melody, you're starting it a little bit before that A major comes in, so the C sharp comes in when you bring in the left hand, so it's... So that pretty much repeats itself for that latter half of the chorus. And so you can see that first part I was talking about is kind of up here, and then there's a part where you have to come down and move your hand to the beat. This is the first section, or not the first section, but the first verse of the song after the first chorus. And the position of this is a little bit higher than the rest of the song, so that part's a little bit different. Again. So I did a little mistake there, but the chords are always in that same order. So that melody has a little bit more jumping around than the rest of it, but I think it still uses a lot of the same, same notes. Alright, now I'll show how to play the Hypochondriac Vamp melody thing that plays throughout the album and takes place here. So again, it's the same chords, and it's like 2 cycles worth of the chords, so it kind of repeats that chord cycle twice in this section. Go into the melody there. But for right now, just talking about that hypochondriac portion, verse, whatever you want to call it. So here your right hand can stay in relatively the same position for most of it. So you'll have your first finger on B, and that'll stay there, and then the rest of your fingers sometimes have to reach up for higher notes, but this is kind of the position you're in. Now I'm going to play the song Hypochondriac all together, and just as a preface, I kind of play it a little bit different every single time I play the song, so it might not sound like exactly like the cover I did, and there might be little mishaps here and there, but overall, this is how I play Hypochondriac by Brakence.